That's cool.
And they can cross the highway safely.
That's nice for everybody. What did you call it? A wildlife bridge?
Overpass, yeah.
Overpass, yeah. That's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
The formats are really, because palms were exotic and very expensive. Ferns could be found indigenously.
Ferns were sometimes grown in the fireplace during the summer months. Ivies were draped across walls, over doorways, and around window frames. In the 20th
This is the view from the Airbnb. I was like, who are you talking about? I was like, the bear? The bear's right there? You're so calm. I guess I'm just like silly thing. People can tell we're from out of town because we're not walking in the circle. Oh, you came back alone. So whenever you want to venture in, let me know.
Oh, the berries. Okay. That's okay. Now you see where I'm
All the way. All the way.
Come on.
Wow. Recreational trails are used at your own risk. Hey, Wren, don't jump into the creek. Okay? Got it? Oh, it's good to see other people out here too. Wow. Wren, come! But it's funny because I think she knows that it's like not angry at her.
Yeah.
Because she like didn't cower like she has other times because it wasn't barking. But she was like, well, "What are you doing? Why are you howling at me?" Wren, you're so dirty. Is that like a protest against dog sledding, or is that like, don't do dog sledding in this area? Careful. Slow down. Yeah. Wren, we're here. We're here. We're right here. Yeah, it's not a big deal. So, this dog park is very close to our Airbnb. And man, it's nothing like the other one. We came here the first time, or like, we came to this dog park before we did that crazy one, because we didn't know about that other one. And also this one is like 3 minutes away. And it is beautiful. Not the same thing as that other one. That one's wild. But no one's here. Like, no one was here the other day either. There's a lot of shade here, and it's really hot, so this is nice right now. And it is just like a field, but it is really, really nice. There's a lot of room, picnic table set up, shade. I don't know, it's sick. I like it. Wren likes it. It's just that no one's ever around. Good girl, Wren. Log barn. Log barn.
Oh, there's a goat up there. Dinosaur.
Can you walk up? That's for the goats to walk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a real goat up there?
Yeah. He's chilling.
I was like, it's not moving. I thought it was a decorative goat, but then I could see that they can like go
Yeah.
up there.
What are those, man?
I want to see this side. Swans and bears and dragons and storks or something. What's that one?
What's that?
That bird.
Heron.
A heron, not a stork. Oh, that's right. The baby goats are
Giraffe.
called kids, right?
Yes.
This is a magical place. This is the log barn outside of Armstrong, and it is better than Disneyland.
1912. There you go.
Where the West is wild. Let me give this to you for a second. They got sausage on a bun. Look at that. Sorry, dumping up the works for everybody. Tourist face. Yeah. First or after? We don't want to take her by the goats. We'll go walk around. There's shade though, but some road snacks, yeah. Oh, Wren can sit right there.
Can I do it?
Yeah. I don't know if she will sit, but I just want to see what's out back here. But no leg.
Oh.
Oh, little baby bunny.
No, don't run away.
Do you live here?
Don't touch it.
Oh, it's taken 5.
Apparently you get crazy. I'm not supposed to touch it.
Oh no. Oh, but you look like you want a pet. Oh. You look like you need love. Oh. Oh. Wow.
There's alpacas.
Oh, what is it doing? No, the one up there. It was like using the crank.
I think there's food.
Is that how they get them to exercise?
Maybe.
Oh, look at that guy in there. Old Gramps.
So funny living on the shape.
Oh, fall down. Oops. Is that fun? Hey, you little guy. Oh my goodness. That's pretty. Please don't jump.
Are you waiting for something? I don't have any food.
Do we have to bring the thing down?
Maybe.
Oh, he's like, feed me. I don't have coins, sir.
I'm sorry.
There are coins in the car, but then we'll be back with Wren. So, it's really giving her here in Lethbridge. Back home. It looked crazy earlier, like sky was like yellow, green, super dark, really windy. It looked like some tornado action maybe, but nope. Severe thunderstorm watch though. Yeah. I want to talk about the trip a little bit. So, went out to my friend's wedding in Vernon. Never been out there before. As far as BC goes, it's been Fernie from Alberta just to do some trails a couple times, and then flown to Vancouver twice, and really enjoyed that. But yeah, never been out never been out in that way. What is that? The Okanagan? Never been out that way before, so that was cool. It was a pretty quick trip just because of time and finances and stuff, but Rebecca and I had a pretty good time. It was great. The wedding was good. I didn't take footage or pictures at the wedding. I kind of just like to let the photographers do their thing, and I just didn't want to be like invasive and weird either by filming stuff. I know some people do that, and I'm just like, I'll let the photographers do their thing, and I'll just enjoy the moment as it happens. Sometimes I do that without recording things. Yeah, but it was beautiful. It was lovely. The venue was fantastic, and it was a good time. And it's always good to catch up with friends and hang out. And then, yeah, got a lot of other footage in there. But, yeah, some of the things I want to talk about, like I said, I kind of learned a couple things, was that, man, like, mountain driving, I knew that there'd be a certain level of it, especially if it was winter, where I'd be like, no, thanks. Like, I don't want to do it. But that section from Banff to Revels, Banff to, like, what is it, Sycamoose? I don't remember what it's called. That whole section, I don't even know how many hours it took us, like 4. On the way there, no good. I was not about that life. I was just on edge a lot, like almost the entire time. Just being that close to cliffs and all these signs being like, avalanche, 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 beware falling rocks, and like, don't stop, because if you stop, rocks will fall on your face and you'll die. A lot of that stuff just freaked me out, and just being that close to the mountainside, or cliff and like stoned, I did not like that, you could just reach out from your window and touch it. Like, the steepness, the constantly changing speeds, like, variable speed sections are just bananas. It's just 100, 90, 70, 60, 70, 60, 100, 80, 60, 70, like just every couple of minutes. But the visibility was a thing. So like driving the prairies is really boring, but I've been doing it for a long time, and it's okay, whatever, it's fine, I can do it. But the visibility is amazing, and I never really thought about that. The lack of visibility driving that section of mountain, all the twists and turns and the hills and everything being steep, like, you just don't know what's coming next, and that's what I don't like. If someone was broken down and it's no fault of their own, and they're there, and you're going around that corner at even 60, if you stop in time, it doesn't mean the person behind you does, and it's just, then there's a pileup, and there was just so much potential for that kind of stuff that I just got really I was just driving with high anxiety, on edge for hours, and that was exhausting and just scary and just, yeah, not fun. I can't imagine doing that in winter. No thanks. The climb back up, I was actually worried about, just because like wear and tear on the car, and also gas and stuff too. It definitely did take more gas and affected mileage going uphill, obviously, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. Just that side of the highway, going uphill, like it was just, there was more space, and there wasn't as much construction happening that day either, because it also just really slowed us down, like construction and stuff and going through, and there were just some scary parts that I was not fond of. So I learned that kind of driving, even in summer, even in good weather, I'm not a fan of, and I learned the reasons why. And it's not just like, oh, slippery conditions and you could just go through a cliff, it's like, or off a cliff. It's just like, no, the visibility on its own is just like, not knowing what's around the corner constantly is just exhausting for me. So I don't know if it's something I'd get used to. It doesn't feel good to do it. Yeah, I also learned, because all of my like one of my best friends lives in Vancouver, so or to be more specific, Burnaby. And I've been out there to visit him twice, which is not near enough, and that's like in the past like 6 or 7 years maybe. I've only been out there twice, but I'm used to that. And there's a lot of diversity in the greater Vancouver area. In Vernon, there is not. So it was one of those things that, like, it's interesting just because I don't talk about race that much, but there's certain times where I really notice it, and that's one of them. I was like, out of all the people in this room, I'm the only brown person, like, through and through. So that is just kind of like, okay, whatever. And then in the town, I mean, it's like, or city, like 50,000, I think is what it is. And I was like, I've seen only, but okay, by the end of those, because we got there on Friday and left on Sunday. By the end of that, I saw 6 brown people other than me, if I want to be more politically correct, people of color. 4 of them were at work. Like, you don't get to enjoy the weekend, you have to work. And I mean, lots of people work on weekends, but it was just like, man, the first 4 brown people I saw were all working. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw 2 other people at the dog park that were not working. One of the dog parks we went to, the real sick one, the BX dog park, or BX Ranch dog park or something, dog ranch, I don't remember what it's called. But then I saw 2 people there, and I was like, okay. But out of all the people that I saw, I'm like, man, this is a really white city, and it's like really hard for me to not notice that. It's weird when I do notice it, because I don't talk about those things that often. Sometimes I don't notice them as often. But yeah, that's another thing I learned, and that even that area might be a little more conservative than I thought, because again, so many of my conversations and my experiences in BC are either in Fernie, which is very limited too, but a lot of this conversation and also my experiences being in Vancouver just for longer stretches of time, that it's just not that way. And then somebody pointed out, like, you know, conservative or just like rural places are just generally more conservative. I was like, yes, you're right, but I just didn't think it extended for some reason. I just wasn't thinking about it extending that far into like, oh, this province politically as a whole is leaning differently, but there, specifically in those rural areas, it's still going a little more conservative anyway, which there's not necessarily anything wrong with that. There's just unfortunately a lot of things that tend to come along with that sometimes, and it's not my favorite thing sometimes, because some of those things are just not things that, anyway, I'm not going to even get into it. So yeah, what else did I learn? I don't know. That's it for now. The log barn was lit. That's where all of my wedding things will be, at the freaking log barn in between Armstrong and Enderby. That's the place to be. If you're looking for a good time, head over to Log Barn. They got you covered. It's sick. Go there right now. Well, that's it for the vlog this week. Just wrapping things up. I've got a raw ride of a really short descent called K2 Lower and how that's changed because of trail conditions. And I have a conversation about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. And those are the only other videos other than the vlog. So with that, we'll see you another time.